Welcome back. We are on Farming Sim 2019, the Hills of Slovenia challenge again. So last time we left off, the crop is now growing. Admittedly, not going to be harvestable for a while, but that's fine. And then, of course, our little greenhouse production area down here. Everything is fully operational now, completely maxed out. Although these side greenhouses are going through the manure very quickly. So I was thinking about this, and the next obvious thing to me seems like we now need a source of natural manure. Yeah. So all this area here is available to do something with. Just to the left, and I think, is it just to the left and right, or just to the left? Just to the left of the road. So actually we have a very long stretch of trees down here between these roads, so all of this land here that is actually quite flat near the road, it's all available to us to do something with. Now I'm not 100% sure what yet. Okay, so first load of logs from the front end. Let's see what we get. Not a bad length. There's a couple of crappy logs in there, but 40,000, not bad. I think we've probably got 5 or 6 loads. Probably 5 or 6. And that's just what we've cut so far, so... Now, last time, I don't know whether you remember, we had just finished setting up this new area down here. So this was just a little bit of tree area originally. And effectively what we have now, to find a better angle for you, is a very small, moderate storage facility for grain. So we can set up grain storage, or you can set up grain retrieval, which I think is awesome. We've got somewhere to store stuff. We now have somewhere to modify our vehicles as well, which is an important thing. So you can now modify vehicles, swap them onto thin tyres and stuff like that. So we have a little bit of money left over. However, what I was thinking is that we effectively want to do the same again, or a similar approach on this side. Because all of this is our land. All of it is our land. The only thing on it at the moment, obviously, is we have this little wood selling and then firewood selling area over here. But this is actually another good chunk of land that we can cut back into the hillside level with the road on. So I'm not 100% sure what we're going to put in it yet. We definitely need vehicle storage because we are abandoning vehicles all over the place. We've got tractors down here, we've got body parts, chassis, trucks up here. So we're just leaving bits out all over the place at the moment, which is not a good thing. So the other option we have is potentially we're close to being able to purchase the next spot of land. So I think we fell all these trees, open out the area as much as possible for the next expansion. So I'm going to park this. I'm actually going to park it up here so it doesn't get a tree land on top of it. Yeah, so I mean, this is ultimately our next plan. Trying to plan out how much sort of space we're going to get. I need to understand as well how we actually get rid of a rock. I might have to admin tool it out because I think when we landscape this area, it's going to start floating, which would be unfortunate. We don't want floating wood. Stump early, but yes, I think that is the plan. We've got a nice area here, which has given us a little bit of expansion, a little bit of storage. If we can do the same here, we might actually be able to get some kind of garage or storage facility in here. And then that would be the ultimate sort of goal, is that then we actually have somewhere for the vehicles to stop. So I am going to start felling these trees, and then I shall get back to you when we can figure out roughly how much space we actually have. I can't really see at the moment. Let's just clear out some of these off branches pretty quickly and have a look at roughly what sort of space we're looking at. That should give us enough to see what we're sort of looking at already. Okay, so it's not quite as wide. It's not going to be as wide or as deep, but I think it should be just deep enough to get a forecourt and some vehicle storage in there. So I'm going to keep marking these trees up, keep fetching them down. I'm going to try and leave some kind of tree at the road edge just for a natural barrier. But most of these will need to come down. Right, so I will get this sorted. We have the tractor down here already, so we can actually load full-size logs. I don't have to keep cutting them in half to fit them on the trailer. All the bushes will disappear when we landscape. So actually, yeah, I think this should turn into another decent size area that we can sort out and use. So I'm going to crack on with that, and I shall get back to you when we have a couple of loads out of the way and we've got a bit better of an idea of how much space we have. So, as you can see, we are beginning to make a dent in it. And there's some trees which unfortunately have not fallen all the way over yet. So there's a couple more, obviously, that we need to tidy up. There's another 2-3 loads we've got to take down. The good news is we're also getting quite a few offcuts which are going to our firewood pile. Yeah, so we've got a few more to take down. I think I probably want to come back to almost back to the cliff face here. Then we can actually tidy the graphics of this cliff face up as well. So I think we actually want to inset it into the hillside really quite far. Right, now we should be able to actually see. So, yeah, that is definitely opening up into a fairly large area. Oh, left the truck running. So yeah, so I will crack on with this. Take the offcuts over to the firewood pile. I'm probably not going to bother sleeping for tonight. I'm just going to skip through the night, get this area cleared, and then tomorrow we will be looking at what we're going to do with it. So I shall see you in a bit. Right, that's all the offcuts sorted. We're not doing too bad. We are getting ready to the point where we can sell one of these containers. Yeah, it's going okay actually. We're actually clearing quite a substantial area fairly quickly. As you can see, we've got a pretty decent open space actually there now. So we'll have to see what it starts to look like when we begin to like inset it into the land. So a few more logs to get rid of though first. So I'll be back when it's actually clear and we can start landscaping. Okay, so it is morning. I finished clearing it during the night. So we do have a substantial space here. I think I just need to get rid of this one last tree at the front out of the way. But other than that, we're just about ready to go. So I'm going to pull this over here, out the way, get rid of that tree, and then start a time-lapse on landscaping and placement. Still haven't quite decided yet what's going to go here. I think I'm going to play it by ear based on what fits. Like, 'cause some stuff just, it may not fit around the landscape even when it's been flattened out, so we might have to be fairly logical with what we put in. But yeah, so I shall, well, you'll see as it unfolds, as I see as it unfolds, basically. We got a decent amount of cash from selling wood yesterday, from clearing the area and selling the wood. That's obviously the accumulation of not just this episode, but also last episode as well. So he did make a substantial income by the time it hit about midnight yesterday. So I'm going to go check on the potatoes first thing as well, just so we don't interrupt the production. Thank you very much. In you go. Which goes in there. Keep stockpiling the potatoes for now until we can think what to do with them. the time lapse wasn't too screwed for you, or too blurry, or whatever. It did take quite a while to tidy up, but we actually have somewhere to store vehicles now. So the farm is really getting bigger. I've moved everything over already, as you know, so all the vehicles are now stored in there. I want to make use of that area on top as well. I'm not sure how yet. I think I might use it. I might use some pallets or the forklift or something and use it as pallet storage. So we have a field that is growing. We have. I need to go check the potatoes actually again anyway. But we have a greenhouse area as well. And now we have some of the additional things that the farm is going to need. So we can modify vehicles, we can store grain, we have somewhere to store vehicles. I am pretty pleased with how it came out. I haven't quite figured out the layering on the paint tool yet to make it look as sort of naturally as possible. Managed to fit it right into the mountainside. So we are literally backed straight up against the cliff edge. I managed to chuck a couple of fence panels around the side to make it look a bit realistic. And actually the view from up here is pretty cool, because from up at the house you can actually look out and see the field, you can look out and see the buildings, and you can see it's a multi-tiered, multi-level farm. Tried to put a fence here, but it won't let me, so I'm going to have a look at that, see if I can do something more with it. Got our vehicles in there. Got all the attachments for the John Deere in here, as well as the forklift for now, until we can take it back down to the shop. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how everything's coming together so far. We've still got a little dirt path for foot. I'm going to link it up for feet just here. But that is literally just a footpath now. There's no way that can take a big vehicle. God, if only we had some cotton, we could make a killing. Yeah, so on the patch of land that we actually own now, we have pretty much developed this. Got a field here. We have the greenhouses here. We're pretty much out of space. That's the field here. In this area here. Immediately to this side. Down here is the new development, or one of the new developments. Obviously over here now is all the vehicles. So there's not much left that we can actually manage to do without a new piece of land. That is going to be our next sort of priority, is a new spot of land. Well, I actually think we've made some pretty significant progress over the last couple of episodes, so it's the farm has really sort of grown. In fact, actually, some of our vehicle storage is better than the farmhouse. Anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me again. Appreciate the time. Hope you're enjoying the series. Drop a like, comment if you want to see something that you think would look really good. Other than that, see you all next time. Thanks again.